Okay, this is a real conversation.
There's too many sins under my belt.
Okay, if there was a zombie apocalypse or some kind of apocalypse, okay, I'm really, really blind. Like, super terrifyingly blind. Without my contacts in, the book is like right in front of my face, like right, probably here. I don't think I could read my ring until here without my contacts in.
Wow.
So if the zombie apocalypse happens and I only have like a certain number of contacts left, I'm not very useful to humanity. I'm gonna have to like be that girl with broken glasses. But
You better be surrounded by some good friends. Right?
Oh, the blind leading the blind.
If everybody needs to go, get away, they say, Bella, run that way.
Yeah,
And
just
they
run.
the opposite way. She won't see it coming.
I'll feel it. I feel it in my bones, the betrayal. The equipment or the machine for the helical piles came a day late. Fine, shit happens. Finally, your machine was twice, so I'm leaving the progress. And then yesterday, it was obviously Sunday. You guys just get $100 and they had it all on the drive because everything on the project, right? We tried to do Arizona and do some reserves. And I just got this project, but give me a call back. Fair.
Fair. Let me call.
You want to call him?
Yeah.
Why, you don't want me to yell?
I need an update on the status of the HVAC installation. Are the closets fully piped and are all the ducts ran so that we can close them in? I've got my crew on site. I can close in those closets within the next day. When can you install the units? We need to do this by the 21st because that's when we have the building inspection. So I need to know if I'm going to blow my schedule and what's the soonest you can get there. Call me.
That was very nice. I would have been a lot meaner.
I know.
That's why he called. We're at our beloved orchard, and John made sure that the sign looked good. The guys had put the sign, I think, on a different fence, and it wasn't like actually level, and he was like, we will not be a construction firm that doesn't have a straight level sign. And I was like, you know what, that's exactly right. What's happening? Yeah, we love a little demo moment. John is going to talk about all the temporary shoring we have in here, which is those wooden portal frames to support the whole house, because otherwise the whole thing would come down.
We got rid of the first dumpster, and now we're looking at the second dumpster. How much more dirt are we going to pull out?
I'm trying to see if we can see them now. Okay, right, there's like a little metal square peg going up, and then there's another one there and another one there. Those are the helical piles. And this is what they look like at the bottom. I think these ones were broken, but they go all the way into the ground. Like these ones were anywhere from 14 feet to 21 feet, depending on the amount of torque that they could get out of them, which is like a rotational force. So what it does is it anchors the ground and makes it stronger. So then you can have the foundation go on top. But we're doing this again with a fucking holly tree. But those are all the helical piles, and so now they're digging out for the footers. Okay.
So that we can close those closets up.
The reason we have this temporary shoring here, well, first of all, the engineer told us this is some of the best temporary shoring he's seen. I was like, that's right. It's holding up the floor system. This is the second floor, which then attaches to this masonry. This entire masonry wall is going to come down. And then we're going to rebuild it because the addition comes out 10 feet. This holds the weight, and then this bracing holds the lateral movement. Yeah, there's a lot of wood, a lot of money. At some point soon, we're going to take down all the brick. Progress is not as fast as I would have wanted it, but we are moving at a good speed and getting a lot done. And we also took down all the stairs. That was unexpected, but they just kind of had to go because there's steel going up there.
You told me there was some ductwork above that had to be done. Is that still the case? In this situation, none of the three are really ready to go. To close up so that you can just install the unit. Are we gonna make the 21st deadline for the inspection? The building architect is coming to look at MEP. We wanna schedule the final right after that. So when do you think you're gonna be done so I can schedule that final inspection? The whole job? No, I'm talking about MEP so we can close it all up. Only the framing, but the HVAC units have to be in position, correct? But it rolls downhill. I'm gonna hold you to it next week. No more damn changes without me being present. If is arguing for something, you say, let's make sure John is here so that we're all in agreement. I want to be there because it's hard for me to argue the point after the fact. If we're there together, we can reason it through. I understand that you're doing what you're told. Let's make those decisions with me present so that I'm not coming in after the fact and arguing for it. If it's going to dismantle the project, set it back, cause liabilities,
I'm
then
working
we
really
need
hard
to
to stay
argue
calm
for it.
right now and not blow up. There's a reason he didn't put it on speakerphone.
I will. That's exactly the conversation I'm going to have with him at 3:30.
Why is nothing happening on my job site?
He's trying to pick my pocket. I don't let anybody take my lunch money. No, that's neither one of us. And so I don't answer for what's been done before me. I only answer from the minute I'm there. But the minute I'm in that space, I occupy it fully. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not against it. I just want to know.
Is there a reason you didn't put me on speakerphone? What the fuck next Thursday?
He can't get it done that fast.
Why?
The part's not in.
More importantly, why is shit not being done here?
So that's a great question.
So it could reach. The first one only goes halfway through the garage. The second one's going to reach all the way to the sewer. And we kind of made a filtration.
The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
It's Bella McCann calling from Can Construction. It's 12:38, and I've been on the job site for about 25 minutes, and no work is being done. And I see a swimming pool in the back garden. And apparently the guys have not gotten a hose that's long enough to pump the water out. I'm not thrilled, so I want to know what the plan is. Call me and John together. Thanks, bye. We need to put some shoring in there.
Because the ground was so saturated, the water was left there for such a long time that it softened everything up. And instead of bleeding the water in so that it could be pumped out before it lost its structural integrity, it just sat there. So now as you remove the water, it's so soft, it's collapsing into the hole.
Okay.
And so that's on them. They'll have to shore that up, pack the wall back, put in a brace, and then repack, and then tamp.
What is Manuel doing?
What are you doing? Today he was supposed to actually close up those closets. And I told him earlier that if they didn't show up to come over here and see if Julio needed help here.
We had to move these pieces of wood out of the way because they took the tractor out.
Okay.
It's good that they should take a little extra because we're going to pull from the back to level, right? And so that they have a nice even yard, and then we'll try to slope the yard away from the house.
What time is your meeting?
30.
1:30. Quickly explain this, the bracing, and then let's go.
All of this temporary shoring is holding up the house so that it does not collapse. Eventually, we're going to remove that exterior wall. When we remove that exterior wall, it's going to transfer the load that it's currently holding onto this temporary shoring. And so these are attached to those joists. They're 24 inches of rebar in the ground, and then they're screwed to the ground to hold them stable. So if something bumps into it, it doesn't lose its footing. And these keep the wall in place so that we don't lose any of the alignment on the house, and we can rebuild this wall as needed. And so this temporary shoring is duplicated upstairs. So this is holding up the second floor. The shoring on the second floor is holding up the roof. And this will be in place until we put all our structural steel in place, all of our footings, and we can remove them and safely resume work on finishing the inside of the home.
Cool. Let's roll. Bye, guys. That was the funniest thing. And do you know why she did it? Because she says that initial photo of me and Michael, he looks really old in it, and he looks like he could be my dad.
Oh.
And so she was like, in this photo, he looks a lot younger, so people are confused. They don't. And he doesn't know how to smile for a photo. He can smile in real life really, really well. But he tends to look like a contract killer in his photos. These photos of us in London were like, I'm smiling, I'm tilting my head, I'm moving my angles, working the angles. And he just like stood still for an entire series of photos. I was like, what is happening?
I'm gonna go through my photos and pull up some pictures when he was 14.
Please do. I've seen a selection, but obviously they are very selected. We're gonna go to park really quickly, and then we'll go back to the office. Can you send me the most recent set of plans? Did you listen to my voice message? Thank you so much for calling me. Thanks. Bye. What is your read on that?
The pipe is, the just have to build a box around the pipe. We didn't move the pipe. That's outside. Unless he's talking about the pipe that was inside.
Today, maybe that took up 2 days max from last week, but
Well,
you know,
just today. They just took the dirt off.
or if they're actually going to pour on Friday,
I don't think they can pour Friday.
why?
The ground's not going to be solid enough, and they'll have shifting. I got to look at the 5-day forecast, but they're not going to pour the next.
Well, we have to have a rebar inspection before we pour.
I don't think we can have the rebar inspection or anything.
Okay.
The ground is just like the minute you put something of weight in, it's just going to sink. Thursday's partly cloudy, Friday's dry, Saturday's dry, Sunday's dry, and then Thursday's rain. So the best day to pour would probably be Friday. But they're gonna have to put a box in and then put all kinds of things to stabilize the box in place so that when they pour it doesn't shift.
So then what they're going to have to do is prep tomorrow, rebar Thursday for inspection Thursday, for pour Friday.
That ground looks so soft.
I know.
It's like sand. It's just much right now.
So when did they excavate? Last week?
3 days